Mohamed Salah, leaked EA Sports FC 26 rating says everything about Ballon d'Or bid. 6 Liverpool stars ranked in top 50 EA Sports FC 26 ratings as leak emerges. Hugo Ekitike comments prove major advantage Liverpool has after $169 million Alexander Isak transfer. German media offers brutal Florian Wirtz verdict even after free kick goal, forgotten his joy. Kylian Mbappé tries to dash Liverpool's transfer plan with Real Madrid plea. Now let's hear the details. Welcome back to LFC Transfer Hub, your ultimate home for all things Liverpool. Huge deadline day drama as the Reds strike massive deals. Let's dive in, Reds. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with every twist and turn in the transfer window. Mohamed Salah is an outsider to win the Ballon d'Or despite coming off the back of arguably the best season of his career, but he appears to be the top dog in FC 26 at least. Mohamed Salah is reportedly the joint highest-rated player on popular soccer video game EA Sports FC 26, with the Egyptian handed a rating of 91 ahead of the game's release later this month. Salah enjoyed arguably the best season of his career last season, scoring 34 goals and registering 23 assists in all competitions, which helped to fire Liverpool to the Premier League title. Salah has been rated either 89 or 90 across the last 6 editions of the EA Sports game, and a rating of 91 is the highest he has received during his career. Real Madrid's Kylian Mbappé is the only other player to be handed a 91 rating on FC 26, while Virgil van Dijk, Erling Haaland, Ousmane Dembele, Rodri, and Jude Bellingham are the 5 players to receive a rating of 90. These leaked ratings have come from FUT Official and been shared by Give Me Sport. Liverpool stars Florian Wirtz and Alisson, both rated 89, are among the game's 20 highest-rated players, while Alexander Isak is an 88-rated player and Alexis Mac Allister is rated 87. FC 26 ratings will have no bearing on the destination of the 2025 Ballon d'Or, but Salah's recognition from EA Sports is an indicator of just how impressive the Egyptians' 2025-26 season was. Ultimately, Liverpool exiting the Champions League relatively early will probably ensure Salah does not end up claiming the prestigious individual award, with Paris Saint-Germain star Dembele the clear favourite to win it. The 28-year-old scored 35 goals and registered 16 assists as PSG won 4 trophies last season, including the French League title, the French Cup, and the Champions League. Dembele's France teammate, Mbappé, is among the 30 players who were named on the shortlist for the award, but he is not a genuine contender to win it, despite his impressive scoring statistics for Real Madrid last season. The former Paris Saint-Germain star gave his verdict on who he believes should win it over the weekend, as he backed the overwhelming favorite to get his hands on the award. Does Ousmane Dembele deserve it? Of course. If it were up to me, I'd deliver it to his house, Mbappé said. I hope Achraf Hakimi will be well placed because we need to give defenders their due. Lamine Yamal? Well, no, he's a Barcelona player. But he's a very good player. Liverpool has 6 representatives in the top 50 players on EA Sports FC 26, according to a leak, with Mohamed Salah and Kylian Mbappé topping the overall ratings. Liverpool has 6 representatives in the top 50 ranked players on EA Sports FC 26 after the overall ratings were leaked, with Mohamed Salah and Kylian Mbappé joint top. The Egyptian and the Real Madrid ace are both rated at 91, while Virgil van Dijk is narrowly behind at 90. The Liverpool captain and centre-back is level with Erling Haaland, Ousmane Dembele, Jude Bellingham, and Rodri. There are 13 players who are rated at 89, including Liverpool goalkeeper Alisson Becker. He is level with German playmaker Florian Wirtz, plus a variety of other stars, including Barcelona wonderkid Lamine Yamal. The leak has come from FUT Official and shared by Give Me Sport. Also rated 89 are Federico Valverde, Thibaut Courtois, Vinicius Jr., all Real Madrid, Joshua Kimmich, Harry Kane, both Bayern Munich, Pedri, Rafinha, both Barcelona, Achraf Hakimi and Vitinha, both PSG, and Gianluigi Donnarumma, Manchester City. Alexander Isak comes in the next group, 88 rated. He is alongside Bukayo Saka and Gabriel, both Arsenal, Lautaro Martinez, Inter, Jamal Musiala, Bayern Munich, Robert Lewandowski, Barcelona, and Jan Oblak, Atletico Madrid. Mac Allister is rated at 87. The Argentine is joined by Jan Sommer, Alessandro Bottoni, Nicolo Barella, both Inter, David Raya, William Saliba, Victor Gyökeres, Martin Odegaard, Declan Rice, all Arsenal. Also rated at 87 are, Mike Maignan, AC Milan, Jonathan Tah, Bayern Munich. Jules Kounde, Frenkie de Jong, both Barcelona, Victor Osimhen, Galatasaray, Marquinhos, Kvaratskhelia, both PSG, Sergio Guirassy, Borussia Dortmund, Cole Palmer, Moises Caicedo, both Chelsea, Kevin De Bruyne, Napoli, Bruno Fernandes, Manchester United, and Julian Alvarez, Atletico Madrid. Former Liverpool defender Trent Alexander-Arnold, who joined Real Madrid this summer, squeezes into the top 50 as well. He is rated at 86. Arne Slot's side has undergone plenty of changes in the transfer market this summer, with more than $500 million committed on incomings, albeit with around half of that brought back in via sales. And former Liverpool midfielder Didi Hamann believes that should set the Reds up nicely for the future, when at some point, they will have to work out how to move forward without Salah. I think the most important thing is to look at the team goals, Hamann told Coin Poker. How many did they score last season? 86 goals in the Premier League. If the team scores more goals than last season, then everyone's a winner. Hugo Ekitike comments prove major advantage Liverpool has after $169 million Alexander Isak transfer. Liverpool signed Alexander Isak on transfer deadline day and had already brought in Hugo Ekitike from Eintracht Frankfurt, who was snapped up for around $106 million, £79 million. For some, Liverpool signing Mark Guéhi on transfer deadline day would have been more important than getting the $169 million, £125 million, deal over the line for Alexander Isak. In reality, though, fears about Liverpool's defensive ranks are unfounded. Arne Slot has 4 centre-backs even without Guéhi coming in, and in attack, not getting Isak would have left Arne Slot lacking options when the fixture schedule begins to ramp up. Unquestionably, going from 6 senior forwards to 4, one of whom is Federico Chiesa, over which there remains a substantial question mark, would have been a risk. Adding Isak to that mix offers a little more security. Next week, for instance, Liverpool has Burnley on Sunday and then Atletico Madrid in the Champions League midweek, before the Anfield Derby against Everton. Given Isak is yet to play a competitive minute this season and missed pretty much the whole summer of preparations in a bid to force through a move to Liverpool, Slot will have to be careful with the Swede. But when Isak is up to speed, the Liverpool head coach will need all the options available to him in weeks like those. Playing a front three of Cody Gakpo, Hugo Ekitike, and Mohamed Salah for 90 minutes 3 times in 8 days is simply unfeasible. I don't think Ekitike would ever fulfill his full potential at the club if someone like Isak is there, Jamie Carragher said last month. If Isak comes in, Ekitike would be an understudy. And £80 million is not a lot of money for an understudy. But Ekitike, who signed for a fee of around $106 million, £79 million. From Eintracht Frankfurt, would have known that Isak coming in was a strong possibility. It is for that reason that it won't be an issue. When you play at big clubs, you expect to be in competition with the best players, Ekitike said while away on international duty with France this week, where he made his debut at that level. Isak is a player that I watched, so for him to arrive is great. It will provide tough competition, but I'll focus on being good and performing well so that it is just the manager's problem. Ekitike is ready to battle for his spot. Liverpool had the benefit of that on the left wing last season with Gakpo and Luis Diaz pushing each other on, and there will be more than enough minutes to go around. His attitude is simply that he has to perform to the best level possible in order to get the nod as often as he can, and even when he doesn't start, he will be near guaranteed to come off the bench. It is a big transfer, Ekitike added. I am watched 1,000 times more than before, but I take it as a positive. It is the position I wanted to be in. When you have these kinds of standards, you have to show that you deserve your place here and continue to perform. It is a position that I like to be in, and I want to keep it. Florian Wirtz scored a brilliant free kick for Germany against Northern Ireland, but the national media in his homeland were not particularly impressed by the Liverpool star. Liverpool playmaker Florian Wirtz was, until Alexander Isak arrived, the Reds' club record transfer after moving for a fee that could reach $158 million, £116 million, including add-ons. And with such a price tag comes plenty of expectation. Wirtz was criticized by the German media earlier in the week, and some have been unfairly critical of his early Liverpool performances too, but he fired back by netting a sensational free kick that flew into the top corner against Northern Ireland. In Sunday's World Cup qualifier, he was the player who created the most chances, 3, and drew the most fouls, 4. He only gave possession away 5 times in the 90 minutes. However, the German press was still not that impressed by Wirtz's performance. Indeed, despite his goal, the Liverpool ace was given some more below-par verdicts. For a long time, as was the case during the Slovakia match, we wondered, where has our magic foot from his Leverkusen days gone? But then he let it rip, hammering the dream free kick into the net to make it 3-1, tabloid Bild said, giving him a rating of 3. Westdeutsche Allgemeine Zeitung was slightly more generous as they handed him a mark of 4, but claimed that Wirtz has lost his way since moving to Liverpool this summer. It said, a home game for the FC talent, born in the Cologne suburb of Pulheim, who rose to world-class status across the Rhine in Leverkusen. But also a home advantage? Not really. He seems to have forgotten his joy of playing in Liverpool. But not his free-kick skills in the 3-1 win, which boosted his rating. His exceptional ball skills also brought occasional moments of joy to the Cologne crowd, but Wirtz is currently having problems with his technique, Süddeutscher Verlag said. Too often, he seeks personal salvation in it when he wants to create something truly special with solo performances. Sometimes it borders on the need to make a name for himself. He then loses himself in stubborn dribbling instead of keeping the game flowing with a simple pass. He is intended as a playmaker, but rarely identified as such. During the break, someone obviously gave him a few useful pointers, because in the second half, Wirtz was significantly more effective on the ball than before. His free kick to make it 3-1 should have at least as much of a soothing effect on his somewhat strained ego. And Der Spiegel added, at one point, a murmur went through the crowd when Wirtz pulled off a clever trick at the corner flag, sending an opponent running into empty space. It looked nice, but ultimately wasn't effective. And he didn't have enough of those moves. But he also improved significantly in the second half and rewarded himself with his free kick to make it 3-1. It's claimed Liverpool is interested in signing Bayern Munich winger Michael Ollis, but could face competition from Real Madrid after Kylian Mbappe's intervention. Liverpool's future aspirations of securing a deal for Michael Ollis could be thwarted by Kylian Mbappe. Despite having just splashed out around $600 million on new talent this summer, whispers are already circulating about the Reds' next grand plans. Arne Slot's attacking lineup saw significant reshuffling after clinching the Premier League title, with Luis Diaz and Darwin Núñez being sold to Bayern Munich and Al Hilal, respectively. Subsequently, Hugo Ekitike and Alexander Isak were brought in from Eintracht Frankfurt and Newcastle, respectively. Alongside Mohamed Salah, Cody Gakpo, Federico Chiesa, and Rio Ngumaha, they're expected to find the back of the net for Liverpool. Salah, who has netted 246 times in 8 years, inked a 2-year contract extension at the close of last season, extending his Liverpool tenure beyond his 35th birthday. If 2027 is set to be the year Salah departs from Liverpool, it's been suggested since the recent transfer window shut that the next stage of the Red strategy will be to find a long-term successor. Ollis, 23, has already been earmarked as an early favorite. However, Liverpool's prospects of signing the Bayern winger could take a hit if Real Madrid star Mbappe's alleged actions come to fruition. As per Defensa Central, Mbappe has reportedly gone above and beyond to recommend his French national teammate to Madrid's chief scout, Juni Calafat, for potential recruitment. What's more, they claim the former Paris Saint-Germain attacker has told Alice. "You have to come to Madrid," during a French training session over the ongoing September break. Alice has demonstrated his quality in England, progressing through the ranks to feature for Reading, then Crystal Palace, before securing his transfer to Bayern in 2024. In merely one campaign, he has already claimed a Bundesliga winner's medal. Now, the latest speculation would suggest he may become a future target of Liverpool and Madrid's rival interest. This is not the first time Mbappé is said to have interfered in transfers over the break, with Reds defender Ibrahima Konate joking about the striker attempting to persuade him to reject signing a new contract at Anfield amid speculation linking him to a move to the Spanish capital for free next summer. "He calls me every 2 hours. No, Konate quipped.